Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. Science Plus TV today has come up with another interesting topic, and it's basic too, the structure of atom. Today we will discuss the structure of atom, and we will also get to know how these atoms get charged and why do they get charged. Okay, so to start with, let us take an example of the sodium atom. Sodium atom, whose symbol is Na, atomic number is 11. If we try to write its electronic configuration, if we try to fill these electrons into the different shells like K, L, M, N, then we will be filling 2 electrons in the K shell, 8 electrons will go to the L shell, and the last 1 electron will go to the M shell. That means the valency of sodium is 1. Sodium atom has only 1 electron in its outermost shell. Now in this state, the structure of this sodium is something like this, where at the center we have nucleus in which the 11 protons and neutrons are lying together. Okay, outside this we have K shell, we have L shell, and there is the M. Okay, now we will be filling the electrons. 2 electrons in the K shell, 8 electrons in the L. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 electrons, and the last remaining electron goes to the outermost shell, that is M shell. Now in this case, sodium atom is having the 11 electrons and 11 protons, right? So that is how we can say the atom is electrically neutral in its normal state. Now when this atom has to combine, as you can see, it is having 1 valence electron, that means 1 electron in its outermost shell, so its valency is 1. It can lose this 1 electron in order to get its outermost shell completely filled. That means it will get the complete octet of the L shell by losing 1 electron, and in that case it will become more stable. So let's see how. When the sodium atom will lose 1 electron, in this case let's check how much charge will be there left on the sodium atom. When it was in its atomic state, it was having 11 electrons and 11 protons. Now when it loses 1 electron, so in that case let's check how much charge will be left. Now it is left with 10 electrons and 11 protons. So to find out the net charge on it, let's just do the simple mathematics. Minus 10 plus 11, the resultant will be plus 1. So this plus 1 now is the charge on this sodium atom, and the sodium atom is no longer remains an atom, it becomes a cation. A cation is the ion with the positive charge on it. Okay, so this is how an atom gets positively charged, right, and becomes a cation. And the case is when it loses 1 electron. Okay, 1 or more than 1 electron. Similarly, if we look at magnesium loses 2 electrons and becomes Mg2 positive. Similarly, aluminium atom has 3 electrons in its M shell, so it loses 3 electrons and becomes aluminium 3 positive. We get magnesium 2 positive. By losing 2 electrons, we get aluminium 3 positive, when it loses 3 electrons. Now let us discuss the case when the atoms gain electrons. We will discuss this by considering the case of chlorine. Let's have chlorine, Cl, atomic number 17. Start filling the electrons, 2, 8, 7. So it is having KLM. It is having 7 electrons in its outermost shell. Let's fill. Let's make its atomic structure. Let's try to get it. At the center we have nucleus, first shell, second shell, third shell. Now again we will be filling electrons into it. Let's have it. So in the nucleus we will be having 17 protons and neutrons. Okay, in this case 18 neutrons will be there. It will be told to you later. 2 electrons in the K shell, 8 in the L. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now we will be having 7 electrons in the M shell. 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. But we know that this M shell can occupy 8 electrons maximum. So if it is able to somehow complete 8 electrons in the outermost shell, it will attain a stable configuration. Okay. Always if there is a completely filled or partially filled outermost shell, so it is considered to be more stable condition for an atom. So here you see 7 electrons is a large number. So chlorine will not be losing 7 electrons. Rather than that, as it is a non-metal, it will prefer to gain 1 electron. So what will happen? Chlorine will gain 1 electron. Now we will be again finding the charge on chlorine. Let's see. Earlier chlorine was having 17 electrons and 17 protons. So net charge was 0, but now it has gained 1 electron. So what is the condition of chlorine now? Condition is having, chlorine is having 18 electrons and 17 protons. So now let us find out the net charge on chlorine atom also. That is minus 18 plus 17. Here it will become minus 1. So this 1 negative will be the charge on this chlorine atom. This is nothing. Please don't consider this. Okay. So here now chlorine has turned into an anion. Okay. So basically the atom gets negatively charged by the gain of electrons. That means loss of electrons leads to the formation of positive ions, that is cations, and gain of electrons leads to the formation of negative ions like anions. Okay children, so that's all for now. I hope you will revise this topic again and again. Let me show you the pictures once again carefully so that you can note it down, as I have tried to make it very clear for you guys, so that you can easily understand how atoms gain or lose electrons and why they do so. Okay, so that was the case of sodium and chlorine. Sodium is a metal and chlorine is a non-metal. Okay children, so that's all for today. I'll see you later with another interesting video. Take care.